four major areas of philosophy. Okay? There are four major areas of philosophy. I would call this branches of philosophy. Okay? Uh, in considering the in considering the nature of philosophy, we discovered that any field, kasi pagtatanong ang nature ng philosophy, any field can be a branch of philosophy because all fields of study ask question. So nagtatanong tayo. Now, we have to emphasize na if we are to follow this kind of logic, lahat ng mga sciences nagtatanong, lahat ng mga fields of discipline nagtatanong, kung ganito yung mangyayari, if that is the case, ang mangyayari, lahat na lamang ng mga sciences, lahat na lamang ng mga disiplina ay branch ng philosophy. Siyempre, lahat nagtatanong. Pero there are only four major branches of philosophy. Doon sa instructional materials, maraming ibinigay na mga branches. But I am only speaking about four major branches. Okay. Okay. You have to take note of these branches. Okay. The following are the major branches of philosophy. Number one, we have ethics. Okay. Number two, we have metaphysics. Number three, we have epistemology. And number four, we have logic. Okay? Each are concerned with answering specific questions. Like, what should an individual do? Ethics yan. What is the nature of things? Metaphysics yan. What is the nature of knowledge? Epistemology yan. And what constitute a valid argument? Logic yan. Kung pupuntahan natin yan doon sa instructional material ninyo, what is there? Fundamental question yan, metaphysics. What can be known? Knowledge yan, epistemology. How should a life be lived? Ethics yan. What is good reasoning? Logic yan. Okay? Let us try to define each branch of philosophy. Okay? Let us start with ethics. Ethics is a branch of philosophy which deals with goodness and badness of human action. Meaning, it is the science and art of morality. Ethics is the study of moral standards, and their implication is the center of this discipline. So, moral standards at ang kanilang implikasyon, ito yung pinag-aaralan talaga ng ethics. So, it is also regarded as moral philosophy. Okay? Moral philosophy answers the question, what am I ought to do? So, some of the ethical standards being studied in ethics are as follows. Hedonism, cynicism, ito yung mga pinag-aaralan niya. Pragmatism, utilitarianism, intuitionism of Immanuel Kant, Christian morality, and then Marxist morality. So, yan yung mga pinag-aaralan. May pumapasok pa eh. So, there are other innumerable standards and ethical standards na pinag-aaralan pa din ng ethics. Okay? Ethics comes from the Greek word ethos, which encompasses the study of moral problems, practical reasoning, right and wrong, good and bad, virtues and vices, character, moral duty, and related issues involving the nature, origins, and scope of moral values. Today, it is not uncommon for ethicists to specialize in medical ethics, business ethics, environmental ethics, academic ethics, issues of ethnicity and gender, and the nature of good life. Ethical includes truth-telling, relativism, and universality. Okay? Next would be what we call metaphysics. Okay. Una natin pinag-usapan ethics. Next is metaphysics. So, metaphysics is a branch of philosophy which deals with the study of existence and the nature of existence. Okay? Ang pinag-aaralan dito is the fundamental concept. Ang tanong is the question, what is? So metaphysics is the very foundation of philosophy. Without metaphysics, philosophy is impossible. Tatandaan nyo palagi yan. Kapag walang metaphysics, walang philosophy. Because metaphysics is the foundation of philosophy. Kung babalikan ninyo yung definition ni Aristotle, first causes, metaphysics yun. Okay? Metaphysics comes from the Greek words meta, which means beyond, and physics, which means physical reality. If we combine them together, metaphysics, meaning beyond what is physical. Ang pinag-aaralan ng metaphysics ay hindi physical reality, kung hindi beyond physical reality. Okay? The history of the term can be traced back again to the time of Aristotle. Aristotle was the one who coined the term. It must be noted that Aristotle wrote a number of textbooks during his lifetime. So, ang ginawa niya, nagsulat siya ng ethics, nagsulat siya ng logic, psychology, biology, physics. After niyang isulat ang physics, which of course, nag-aaral ng physical reality, tinanong niya yung sarili niya, ano pa yung pwede niyang gawing textbook? So, sinulat niya yung metaphysics. So, ang ibig sabihin, after physics. Meta, which means after, kasi sinulat niya na yung physics. Pero at the same time, beyond physics din. Kung ang physics ay nag-aaral ng physical reality, ang metaphysics naman ay nag-aaral beyond what is physical. So, metaphysics would go beyond what is physical. So, this literal definition of metaphysics somehow suggests the real nature of the discipline. This is because it goes beyond what is physical. It studies what is immaterial and formal. Pinag-aaralan niya talaga yung formal. Yung hindi mo nakikita. Yun yung philosophy. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa inyo, kapag walang metaphysics, walang philosophy. Okay? Halimbawa, if physics would study the object, it would never go out of the object itself. Pagka pinag-aralan ko itong basong ito, dito lang ako iikot. Anong timbang niya, ano yung dimension niya. Pagka ba binagsak ko to sa isang mataas na area, 9.4, 9 blah blah blah, pa rin ba ang rate of acceleration niya, gaya ng sinasabi ni Newton. So, titignan ko yung density niya, titignan ko yung volume niya, yung weight, yung texture niya. Yun lang ang titignan ko if I am going to study this using physics. Pero kapag metaphysics ang gagamitin ko, tatanungin ko, what is the essence of the object? Ano yung essensya niya? Ano ang nature ng object? What makes the object what it is? These are questions which cannot find answer in the object. Hindi mo makikita sa object yung mga tanong na yon because you have to go beyond the object. Okay? Kailangan mong lumabas doon sa object, and that is metaphysics. Okay? The concept of God is actually a favorite or constant topic in metaphysics. Kasi nga, hindi mo yan nakikita sa physical. Hindi yan napag-aaralan ng physics. Kaya, ganun yung nangyayari. Okay? Tulad ng mga tanong ng metaphysics tungkol sa God. Does God exist? Okay? Can the innumerable attributes of God contradict each other? So, sa dami-dami ng katangihan ng Diyos na meron tayo, pwede bang sa dami niyan nagko-contradict sila sa isa't isa? O kung ganon, sino ang nag-create sa Diyos? If it was created at all. So if God was not created, where is it from? Saan siya galing? Is God eternal? These are just some of the numerous metaphysical questions which metaphysicians preoccupy themselves. So pinagpapatong-patong nila yung mga tanong na yun, kaya minsan makikita mo hilong-hilo na sila. Kasi yan yung mga metaphysical questions na you cannot see in the object. Okay. That's metaphysics. Okay. Sa instructional materials nyo, ganun din because ang sabi ng instructional materials nyo, pinag-aaralan nito is the ultimate reality. Metaphysics raises questions about reality that go beyond sense experience. Ang pinag-aaralan niya, lumalampas siya sa sense experience. Beyond ordinary science. Beyond physics. Metaphysical questions involve free will, the mind-body relationship, supernatural existence, personal immortality, and the nature of being. Yan ang pinag-aaralan ng metaphysics. Parang nakakaloko talaga metaphysics. Nung una ko na-encounter ang philosophy, I was a first-year student of philosophy. Nung una ko ma-encounter ang philosophy, ito yung nag-inganyo sa akin na manatili sa philosophy. Bakit? Kasi pag pinag-aralan mo yung philosophy, ang mangyayari, ikaw lang nakakaalam niyan. Kung mga ordinaryong estudyante lang ng PUP, hindi nila alam yon. Kaya mayabang ka. Mayabang ako. So, ang ginawa ko, sige, pag-aralan ko talaga itong philosophy na to. Pero of course, philosophy is really my first choice. Kaya hindi nyo ako makukumpara sa inyo kasi kayo, ayaw nyo ng philosophy. Kaya, I am so, you are very unfortunate kasi hindi nyo talaga pinili ang philosophy. Pero sana, nananalangin ako sa lahat ng mga puwersa ng universo, na sana mahalin ninyo ang philosophy kasi mamahalin niya kayo pabalik. Okay? Next would be epistemology. Okay? Epistemology is a branch of philosophy which deals with the study of knowledge. Pinag-aaralan niya ito. Some of the questions which are being asked in epistemology is, where does knowledge originated from? Saan nanggaling ang knowledge? So, dalawang schools of thought yan. Knowledge comes from ideas which are already innate in the mind, and some would say knowledge comes from experience. You have to experience the object first before you can have knowledge about the object. Okay? Next would be certainty of knowledge. Is there any certainty of knowledge? Mayroon bang katiyakan ng kaalaman? So, kung gayon, kung mayroong katiyakan, pwede mo bang i-verify ang knowledge? Can knowledge be verifiable? What are concepts which are also being studied in epistemology would be memories, or everything which has something to do with mental, with mind, emotions, reasoning. Pinag-aaralan yan sa epistemology. Okay? Well, kung pupunta tayo dun sa instructional materials ninyo, i-define din niyang epistemology ng ganon. Kaya lang ibang terms lang ang gagamitin. Nanggaling ito sa epistem na ang ibig sabihin ay knowledge din. Okay? Pinag-aaralan niya yung mga sinasagot niya, yung mga questions about knowledge, nature and origins ng knowledge, or whether or not knowledge is possible. So, ilan sa mga katanungang tinatanong dito ay yung mga standards ng evidence, ng truth, belief, sources of knowledge, gradation of knowledge, memory, and perception. Yun din yun. Yun din ang tinatanong niya. Next, we go to logic. So, logic is the art and science of correct thinking and inferential reasoning. Okay? Ito yung definition niya. So, the art and science of correct thinking and inferential reasoning. Logic is the study of the rules of correct reasoning. Ganun lang siya kasimple.